everyday thing. It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing. When you let your nuts hang.
I know that ain't who I think it is.
Yeah, man. What it do, everyday people, man? It's your boy PJ. We up in the confessional, man. I got my guy here, Big Rick. We gonna pull up, man. Get this thing started. Got some 1800, man. And we in the confessional, getting it lit, man. We doing something different. We might go live too, you know what I'm saying? But that's just gonna be, you know, some other shit. But just to tap into some people from Facebook, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people from Facebook really don't know how tapped in I am, man.
He's tapped in, guys.
Tapped in, so we're about to pull up some of this 1800. We're gonna get into it. I'm gonna introduce my guest formally, and then
My little kid, there we go. Yeah. And it's my birthday, so guys.
Yeah, shout out Virgo partners. You good with them?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good for the time being.
For sure, man.
For the time being, yeah.
You gotta get past that 30 seconds, man. I'll be cussing like a mug. Flagging your boy. All right, what up, man? It's Everyday Thing with PJ, man. Shout out to my everyday people. We here in the confessional, man, and we keeping it lit, man. Shout out to my homie Lucky and the whole Lucky Nation. You know what I'm saying? We keeping it.
Shout out to Lucky, man.
Shout out to Lucky. Shout out to my fiance, man. Cordy's Chronicles, man. Y'all check her out on YouTube, man, because we in that thing. So we got a legendary figure in the building today, man. We got my boy Big Rick from the Speedknot Mobstaz, man, you know what I'm saying? And if y'all don't know, I can't play their music on here because shit, you know what I'm saying? He gonna get paid for it.
But guys, they gonna be good. Definitely stream everything from the Mobstaz, Liffey Stokes, Turtle Banks. You already know what it is. Yep, representing the west side of Chicago as I do, 290. You already know 290 West the best. But yeah, well, I'm in here with my homie PJ, man, showing me a great time out here, man. But this is the confession?
This the confessional, man.
Okay,
So what it is, you know what I'm saying? Everything is on the table, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes I get in here. What happened was I started with prison confessionals, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I would talk about shit that, you know what I'm saying? I really didn't talk about prison too much on you know, on the internet and stuff. I was trying to get away from that shit, but then, you know, I just started doing reactions to shit, and I'd be like, man, this is some shit I seen in prison, like, you know, love-hate relationships, you know, homies and shit,
right.
You know what I'm saying? And then you see the female traits and niggas and shit like that, and you see all that shit in prison. Mm-hmm. And I tell some of the stories. The stories was, you know what I'm saying, all of them 100% real, crazy, you know what I'm saying? I done seen, you know, this dude named Eric, a.k.a. Erica, you know what I'm saying? Erica will knock you out and take your shit and leave you a box of Debbie's on your chest, like.
Right.
You
put that ownership on your ass.
Yeah.
That's if you into that life, Jack.
So, you know what I'm saying? That's where the confession came from, you know what I'm saying? But then I stopped talking about prison, but I still confess, nigga, real life shit, you know what I'm saying? Right. So, real game, even if it's, you know, if it's relationship advice. I ain't good with relationship advice. I'm terrible with relationships, but I give advice, nigga, shit. I mean, who better to give bad advice to than me get with a bad relationship? You know what I'm saying?
I feel you on that.
So yeah, man. So you ain't gotta confess to no crimes or no shit like that. Well, we ain't on that shit though. But let's get into it, man. Let's start from the beginning, man. Early days. Let's talk about your early days, Chicago, man.
Man, okay. I came up on the west side of Chicago. I'm off Chicago Avenue. Mayfield, you know, so coming up, man, Bishop Don Juan, seeing them with the Rolls Royces and all the Cadillacs and all the women, all the glamour, all the jewelry, all the heavyweights that's from the street era, that's from the west side.
Pass me that tray right there, that weed tray right there.
I'm on blind.
Oh, yeah, you're right there. Forward.
Right.
Oh,
yeah, I'm blind as hell, boy. That's what happens when you get old. You get blind, but hey,
so Don Juan, he was pulling up in a Rolls Royce.
I see this every day. I see the Rolls Royce, the slapbacks to Bill, all just everything, you know.
I think people in Chicago will really know what you're talking about because, like, when we see it all on the internet. So It's like we only see like clips and shit. but I guess just seeing it every day is something different.
Every day, you see it every day. Then you see people that, you know, like I say, all these people I knew all my life. So it's like, I thought a lot of shit that I know now, I just thought it was regular for people to go from not having nothing. Like my street guys, I seen guys down on their luck today, millionaires in 3 weeks from the streets back in my era. That's how slick it was. Yeah, and stood down on it, you know. So me coming up, man, just a plethora full of game coming from every aspect. So that was my thing coming up, man. Far as things you want to do in life, like far as just you can be whatever you want to be. But me, I wanted to do more than what my environment was. My environment was crazy, but I always wanted to be more. But I had to go swim with the sharks too. So I always been a thinker. So.
When did rap come into play? Like elementary, middle school? Y'all always in some shit like
I always been a writer, so I love writing. I love writing stories, all type of stuff. So it always been in my heart to do that. But my homies actually gave me the opportunity. Livy Stokes gave me the opportunity to come around, and that kind of helped me out. So shout out to my big bro. That always been my inspiration, because he, you know what, even though I wasn't like the best of nothing, my brother would tell me and I'll listen. But my brother always used to steer me to the business side, like, you know what, you got a business, man, leave this alone, this ain't for you. This over here is for you. And I ain't want to accept it for a long time. But one day, when I was thrown in these positions and understood the dynamics, it was just like doing street business, but it was just like, I know the common interests of both people, so I took to it. But they had been screaming it in my ear for so long that I didn't want to hear it, but that was my gift. So that's what I do.
So so with music, like, did you like have any influences from Chicago or outside of Chicago, or who was your biggest influence?
My biggest influence was my guys, the guys I came up with.
Because they was going in.
Because like, you got to think, this is a time when when we coming up, my guys is talking about everything that's going on that I can relate to. And at this time of the era, you had majority either New York was talking, you had the West Coast going hard, but I had somebody I can identify with. So my guys was who influenced me, but don't get it twisted. Big fan of the Scarface and Nas and Eazy-E, NWA, all of that, you know. But yeah, that's what intrigued me when I seen my guys.
That's crazy, because you know what, man, you know, I got a homeboy that rap in the city, man, and he been rapping all our lives, so he kind of like got us to like try it out. We wasn't never good at it, but I only had one other friend that really did it more than the rest of us, and actually, you know, went to a studio and shit like that. But man, I guess we just didn't have that drive, but we seen our homeboy do it, and he influenced us and introduced us to so much music. So all our influences came through him, but we had, you know, the Brother Lynches, the Killer Tays, the Looney Coleons, the shit. Everything West Coast.
Northern Cali. Yeah. Fucks with all them. Shout out to Sebo too. Shout out to all them up that way, man. I fuck with all them guys. Yeah, we was on that too. Like, you know, it's like the Midwestern melting pot. So, you know, I do a lot of people. You know what I mean? Take a little bit from everybody, but yeah, and just what you relate to. But
yeah, we didn't do too much of the East Coast shit. But then like the down south, the No Limit and Cash Money started to pop off. And I remember y'all was always popping from middle school to, you know, man, I can't even, you know, they till today, cause we in Prince Hall today, man, and this little white kid come walking by us, and shit, he bumping his music.
He bumping miles an hour. It's crazy.
So he was like, man, he bumping my shit, and the kid was maybe 20-something years old. You know what I'm saying? So timeless music, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. So back then we was riding and bumping y'all shit. So that's, I mean, y'all are pretty much part of our influence, music influence, because we was in that hood shit, you know what I'm saying? And then the shit y'all talk about, like, I wanted to ask you about the song where it's like, you said I guess you told your mama you didn't mean to hurt her so badly, and your dad was, or a dad was shot with 2 to the head, dumped in the riverbed.
Okay, that's
I
more.
wanna know what.
That's Stokes. That's my brother. That's who brought me in. See, I always been around. You see what I'm saying? But that's my brother Stokes. We gonna get him on here to get. He gonna hit you hard. But see, Stokes was talking about what he seen, which again was what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm saying Stokes was so cold. Still is Coach, one of the great. My favorite rapper. My homie is my favorite rapper, and it's not no cap, none of that. Always been. But man, he when he spit, you can resonate because he's talking about a real experience or something he done been through or something we done seen. So yeah, that's
man,
Stokes, man.
That been in my head. I wonder what the fuck happened, because you hear shit in music, and you got to think some of that shit come from somewhere.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Definitely
So
came
I've
from a
always
place.
been wanting to know, like, and I mean, we can break down a hella lyrics, but we not Vlad, so we ain't gonna be telling them.
No, what we gonna do? This is what we gonna do. We gonna bring Stokes and Banks, my brothers, the Mobsters, the face cards of the Mobsters, on here, so they can break down all of it for you firsthand. You get what I'm saying? That way you like, oh, okay. You ain't gotta take mine. You can hear it straight from the horse's mouth.
Most definitely, I want to hear that shit, man. Cause it's a lot of, y'all got a lot of music, a lot of classic music, and then if you listen to the stories, man, I want to talk about Do or Die. I mean, that's like, I kind of see Twister, Do or Die, Speedknot, Mobstaz. I don't know how close y'all are, but like we didn't see no. I mean, we basically saw y'all all as a crew, and we didn't. I don't know how y'all do things out there, but how did y'all all gel up and link up together?
We all from the west side of Chicago, so everybody is close. Everybody know everybody. We all from the west side of Chicago, like. That's what I'm saying. That's what's amazing about Chicago.
So it wasn't nothing like y'all was just homies, but y'all was just like fucking with each other.
No, these homies.
They homies.
Yeah, like everybody know each other. So that's what make everything spectacular. Shout out to Do or Die, man. Shout out to the homie B-Lo, AK Nod, man. Shout out to the guys, man. Shout out to Truce of Conflict, man.
Shout out to them dudes, man. Hey, man, them dudes was hard back in the day. Whatever happened to them, they still
Flick still moving, man. Shout out to the Flick, man. They doing they 1-2, man. They is touring. Like I said, a lot of guys are still working. Shout out to all the guys, Psychodrama, man. There's so many, but shout out to all the guys, man. Cause man, like for me, what's crazy because these my homies. When I go state to state, place to place, and people resonating to that movement, it made me feel real good. But man, y'all just gotta go support them, man. Let them know they are in need out here, in need, because people are looking for you guys.
So my guy's still on tour. He's still making moves like that. I mean, classic music, man. You can't deny it, dog. It just is what it is. I got my special guest in here. She done pulled up.
She pulled up on us. Yeah.
And you got your little shine. Get out of here.
She trying to see what's to what. Ain't that right?
Yeah, you want to start rapping? I'm going to put her on. She going to be on my next track. Yeah, so man, shit, man. All right, so let's talk about how we linked up, man. So basically, what's over the pandemic, man? What type of pivots did you make?
Okay.
Over the pandemic.
So the pandemic. Before pre-pandemic, we just had to open up a store in Chicago on the west side of our neighborhood. Solid Communications on Madison. It was taking off, with anything with business. If y'all do business or own a business, you ain't gonna come out the green for a couple years. But when the pandemic hit, I just had opened up, and it hurt. So,
damn,
it hurt. I had lost some bread. And,
that sucked, cause you know what? I had switched positions at work,
Right.
And that pandemic hit and really fucked my growth in that position, man. So I know how it would do a person at a job. I had a job. I was getting a check.
Right.
But for a person starting a business,
Right.
that shit clipped.
So the store itself, right? So it's in the neighborhood, and like the people that had the store before us, right? It was hard for us to get a tobacco license.
Because of the people before y'all?
Yeah, because they was selling loose cigarettes and all that.
Oh,
Yeah, they got a lot of stuff went on with it. So it was hard for us to get different stuff going. But we was en route. Everything was working out. It was coming up. And then the pandemic just hit. And I was like, wow. And I seen it go from coming out the green to going super red. So I'm a hustler. But I do best.
Gotta get
Out and see what's going on, right? So I just started moving around and had got a couple opportunities to go do some business from home and move around a little bit, like literally move around. Cause like when I got up out the city at the pandemic, cause I had an opportunity to go do something, right? Soon as I got to these other places, they was closed down. It's just like it felt like you know how like you hit a domino and they just started falling. I was going doing that, so it was crazy. So, but as I was sitting down and trying to contemplate my thoughts, I said, man, let me just start. I got on YouTube, right? Bam. I watch YouTube here and there, but I'm so busy, I actually got to enjoy it and learn about people and what they doing. You know what I'm saying? Caught up with them. So I ran into my man on there. I run into JJ on there, running to my man Lucky. I fall in love with what they doing because they naturally being they self. So, you know how like you will wait on Power and BMF to come on? I'm waiting on they shit to hit back up because ain't nothing to do right now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, oh, boop, boop, boop. You know what I'm saying? So the alerts come in, I'm watching, I'm just like, man, I want to go out there. Like they just was they self, and I wanted to come out here. Personally, I'd have been out here a zillion times, but not to actually be out here with the natives. I wanted to come and move around and see what's to it. So I did that, but that was just me finding something during the pandemic that was crazy. So shouts out to you, bro, because I'm proud of you, bro. Because my man, look, hey, my man, a hustler. Like, we could throw him in Chicago with us on the west side. He's going to win. And I like those type of individuals. So definitely we finna do a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah. Guaranteed. It's already in writing.
Already in motion, you know what I'm saying? Shit cracking. But you know, yeah, man, see when the pandemic hit, man, nigga, I was like, I saw Lucky, I was like, damn, he in Oklahoma. So I was like, man, I'm finna start doing this YouTube shit. Cause I seen people doing it and I was like, man, let me go get a GoPro. Right. And let me go get just find some shit to do, man. I had to find myself on YouTube, man, and then I just, you know, I done took different journeys through that shit, but then one thing I kept doing, I just kept posting. And then it came to a point where I was like, I gotta post every day. I gotta post every day, like, you know what I'm saying? It's every other day or once a week. That shit wasn't cracking, but I would have videos that worked, and so I was, man, I'm gonna tell you, I did YouTube back in 2011. I had a crazy ass video, but that's when I was just talking shit. But it took like 24 hours to upload a 7-minute video, and I was just like, man, fuck this shit. I wish I would have stayed on it though.
That's okay. You doing it now. And and like I say, man, y'all, you know, like with you, all of y'all being yourself. That's what drew me, cause I'm looking at like, wow, there's people out here that's actually just what they do, and they got it documented. I'm like, it just, to me, that's just a wild experience, but it's good because it draw people like me in here to. I'd have never thought that I want to come out this way. Now I'm looking like it's business to be done out here on a whole nother level.
And that, I mean, and Luck say that all the time. Like he said, when he moved from California, he was flipping cars, but when he moved to Oklahoma and started flipping cars at the same time, he took that same hustle here and brought it here, and it just turned up. See, you could take any hustle here and turn it up. But like, and then I mean, you can be here in a hustle and turn it up. You know what I'm saying? You can be anywhere. Like, man, especially if you're in a big market. If you're in a big market and you got any kind of hustle, you got you a 9 to 5, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? But you know, markets like this is open for anybody, but you gotta work for it. You know what I'm saying? That shit ain't gonna come easy, but
It ain't
shit,
gonna come easy, but it's for the taking.
it's for the taking. So yeah, I showed him around. Matter of fact, speaking, I wanted to bring this up earlier. We went to Ice Event Center last night,
Decent.
and they had Wednesday night poetry, man. And so what did you think about that, man? We walked in the door. The girl was talking about eating them.
Man, they was going crazy. Look,
I was like,
man,
damn.
Shouts out to them people in there last night. When I say, man, it was a very, very, very great event that, like, I'm like, man, I wish I got here earlier to get the full experience, man. It's for OKC. You hear me? In your head, if you ain't never been out here, moved around, you got your own little thought about it. No, it ain't that, bro. It's totally, you walked in there like, am I here?
Yeah,
Where I'm at?
It was lit last night.
It was lit, but it was lit. It was, man, a lot of talented individuals and brain using people out here. So don't get it twisted.
Yeah, it was a couple first timers too, man. That just, it was one girl or guy, I don't know, Jody. It was Jody. It was his first time, and man, hey, that poet, hey, it was, I can't describe it because the person is, they
was decent.
They
I'm
was
trying to tell you.
You just had to hear it, man.
You had to hear it. And
So,
man, look, let me tell y'all from my point of view. So we in there, right? So this place here, nice as hell. I'm like, damn, it's, he like, bro, the hood right here. Ooh, he's showing me. I'm like, okay. I go in there. It's a nice event center. You know what I'm saying? Then they got the restaurant on the inside of there that just like, it's busting. Like for my Chicago people, it's busting like it's a Harold's or Uncle Ramus or a J&J Fish. I'm talking about, wow, the whole thing is going on, but they blending in and everything is peaceful.
everything's peaceful. We got the bar cracking.
Yeah, the bar now.
Hey, he got one of them Long Island iced teas. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
That boy was lit.
They was lit in there,
She
bro.
was not playing on that motherfucker. She must have had the alcohol turned.
Yeah, it was nice. It was nice.
But
Again,
yeah.
I would do that shit like every week if I was out here.
Y'all got shit like that out in Chicago? I mean, I'm pretty sure y'all do.
But man, you gotta, we not thinking this gonna be here.
Yeah. Man, and that's the thing. Like, he came through. I was like, man, I know a dope spot. You know what I'm saying? We can go pull the shit. He said he want to have a drink and shit.
Yeah.
So you know me.
You feel me?
I'm a certified individual, and we go to the east side, man. I know, I was like, man, let's pull up over here and let's have a drink and check out this shit. It's probably just, man, and it's free too. You know what I'm saying? It's free.
Free 99. That was like, I'm like, but I mean, it was so relaxing. Like I said, so relaxing. It was nice, bro. Like I come out here on the Monday to stay the Wednesday to go to that. Like definitely would, cause it was worth my time. It was definitely worth it.
Man, and I think, shit like that, if we were, dude is, I don't know if he was recording or taking pictures or whatever. Jay Wig,
Yeah, that was his name. Yeah.
But he shout out to him. He man, if he just put that content out there, man, that shit could blow up, man, because it was some really dope
Dope
artists.
poets.
Yeah.
And dope poets out here, bro.
That one guy that was freestyling at the end was, I gotta record it. I might throw it in that video, man.
But Big Bro snapped on that.
Snap. Hey,
He treated us, and he went crazy on the audience.
on the audience.
But he said it so nice, you couldn't do nothing. Be like, you right.
You right. He was like, shit. He said something about the girl in the back cackling, but it's all good because she having a good time. I was like, damn, he said she cackling, nigga. You know when motherfucker cackling, they laughing loud in the motherfucker, but he up there doing poetry. So he did that off his head.
Off the dome was
So
cold.
that shit was cold, man. I really liked him. He said he not a poet. You know what I'm saying? He just go in there you know, give his mind. So, hey Matt, so your freestyles, man. Do you good at freestyling?
Yeah.
I ain't finna ask you to rap, nigga.
No, no. That was one thing. Like, so I can resonate with the poetry because I'm a writer. So I can listen and I can articulate with words. So that's right up my alley. I'm sitting there like I think I'm gonna be a poet because it's that's natural.
I was like, I bet he in his mind right now.
Yeah, on everything I was.
He's tapped in, yeah. Cause that's how if I was an artist or musician, you know, a wordsmith. Cause that's what I'm gonna call you, a wordsmith. You got bars, you know what I'm saying? So if I was that's what I would be thinking. Like, man,
yeah.
Cause you've been on stage, so to have the courage to get on there for a first time and spit something, man. Like, do you remember your first time on stage?
Yeah. Like, man, I always been, you know what? I'm a people person. I ain't shy at all. Like, I can just go. That always just been that's what I do. You know what I mean? Like, for me, if it's showtime, it's showtime. I ain't never had no problem with that. That's why I guess I excel so great with doing business with other people, because I'm not shy. So it's like, if it's time to go do, it's time to go do. You know what I mean? So, but that poetry, well, I think I'm gonna come back out here and
bust one for him.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna be Arif the Great or something out here. You dig? Come on out here, like.
Let me know next time. Tell them, hey, we pulling up on Wednesday. Put us on the list.
I'm gonna come in there with my little kid on. You know what I'm saying? What's the movie with Nia Long them and then my man from the hood? From matter of fact, he from the hood. Tate.
Oh, Lorenz Tate.
Yeah, you know all them brothers. They from the neighborhood. Yeah. I'm gonna come in there. What I can't think of the name. Love John. I'm coming out my Love John's like in my heart from the start. I knew my part. I had to play it, so I put the tape in. Yeah, you know what I'm facing.
I get it.
Living this life, it ain't no escaping. You know, them other people that's other colors are always mentally raping. You know, I can go this easy.
Woo! Nigga, put the beat on.
Let's go.
Put the beat behind it. Yeah. Yeah, man, shit. You know, I think, girl, if you don't get out of my room, I done had a few experiences on stage, but man, you know what? Sometimes I just get up and get it. You know what I'm saying? And I just tune out the crowd. Like I'm looking at them, but I'm not looking at them.
Yeah,
I'm just going at it. Sometimes I'll be nervous, but one thing is, like at funerals, I can't speak at funerals. Man, it just don't, especially if they close to me, I just can't do it. But man, any other thing, man, I can. Man, I took public speaking in college, and I did. I had to teach people how to do something. So I don't dance. So I was like, shit, let me teach somebody how to dance. So I taught them how to do the South Dallas swag, and you know that me having the courage to get up there and do the dance, and I'm not a dancer, you know what I'm saying? So that I just had to get out of my element, and that's what I wanted to do, because I wanted to make myself feel uncomfortable so I can get comfortable for public speaking. And now like on my job is when I was going out to these meetings, I'm speaking to people, that CEOs and stuff like that. At first I used to be sweating, nervous. But then after like my third and fourth meeting, my boss was like, man, you ain't even sweat this time. But you know, because when you demonstrating something in front of people, man, it's different than when you getting out there and just rocking out or doing something. So it's always like your emotions can always be different depending on what you do. But you got, if you want to be out there, you just got to do it, man.
You just got to go beyond yourself. Mm-hmm. Again, that's something I never had no problem with. But that's what I'm telling, like, all this shit the same to me, because it's like, I fuck with the people. I come from the people. I'm of the people, so I can go talk to the people. It's crazy. I can go talk to the strangers and get it going, because I love people. So that's always been my advantage, and I take advantage of it because I love people, and I love to learn people, what they got going on, and understand them, and let them know that, hey, I'm human like you.
Hey, how you feel about people opening doors for you in Oklahoma? They do that shit in Chicago?
Yeah, it's just
Oh, okay, yeah.
it just depends on where you at. It's like the energy. It's like like what I learned, y'all. And I want if you trying to just be a better person, just the energy you give out to people is what you're gonna receive back. 95% of the times, the other 5% that you don't get, you just overlook it. Because if I come with negative energy, then that's what I'm gonna receive. If I come with overly positive energy, I'm gonna have a great experience overall. 95% of the times with the people, I'm gonna break the ice. I learned that a long time ago when I was in the streets, when I went to other people's neighborhoods and we coincide on different type of street structures, and you know, I come in loving and respect, because that's the way we was brought up, on principle and respect. I come in loving and respect, they're going to take me better because I'm coming in with no motive.
Right.
And that's the same with people. You got to let people know, yeah, it's a lot of shit going on, but be, you know what I'm saying, just to yourself. Just know they human like you, so treat them like you want to be treated. If they take it the wrong way, or they don't greet you back that way, the hell with it. Keep moving.
Keep moving. Keep moving.
But you gonna have more people that respond back in the good note, and you be great. I'm gonna tell y'all something. Some networking. There wasn't even networking that I did. This how the higher power work. Cause I don't know who y'all believe in. We just gonna call them the higher power, right? So look, I'm in LA. This is like earlier this year, right? LA, starving. So I'm in Inglewood, right? But I'm at the gas station, and I'm like, damn, I'm gonna figure out something I'm gonna eat real quick. Cause normally I don't eat this early, but gas station, I'm gonna figure it out. Get some gas. White guy pumping the gas. We laughing about the weather cause it's like half raining, half sunny. We laughing and conversating. We just get talking about life stuff. He was Magic Johnson's lawyer. They invited me to lunch. I'm like, I'm starving in my head. We go to Benihana's, my favorite restaurant. I love Benihana's. You want to get on my good side? Take me to Benihana's. You fuck around and kill me afterward.
Anybody get?
Yeah. But we go to Benihana's because that's where they going. Him and his colleagues.
Yeah.
And his other colleague was an accountant for like a whole bunch of high-level celebrities, right? So he had gave me some stock tips while I was there. But I just we had a good interaction. That's what I'm saying. You get a good energy out, it'll come to you. And I'm in LA, I'm in Inglewood. I don't respect for these people, lawyers, to be at this gas station. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. Some of my good friends right now to this day.
It's funny how life take you places, and like it seemed like that shit come full circle, but it only come full circle if you working.
If you working.
Like, you're not gonna be sitting on your ass and thinking that, you know what I'm saying, if I was sitting on my ass doing nothing, I wouldn't get this interview. I wouldn't. Matter of fact, like, this didn't even start as an interview. We chopped it up, you know, much before this. This is a lot of shit that I could record. Like, last night we had conversations that, man, all y'all need to hear it. You know what I'm saying? But like, everything ain't for the camera. But you know what I'm saying. So. But this wouldn't have happened if I wasn't working. But I wouldn't have known who he was if he wasn't working. Exactly. So, and then he wouldn't, same thing. He wouldn't have known who I was if I was working. So you got to put in the work no matter what it is you do.
You definitely do.
You know what I'm saying? It's not always the person in your industry, in your backyard, you know what I'm saying, or somebody. It's not always who you know nowadays. Because the internet changed all that. It's who working.
Who gravitate to you while you working.
Right. That makes most sense. Who gravitate to you while you working. So, you know what I'm saying? Just put in the work, man. It don't matter what you do, man. Just put in the work. You know what I'm saying?
Like I say, man, I would shout out my bro. Because now that, you know, but this been my bro for a minute. But see, that was before y'all knew that. But this my bro. Like I say, I'll be proud of bro. Because I see, it's like, you know how, like, if you in the same business, like, we hustlers and we entrepreneurs, so it's like you see somebody and they ain't got, I might have a better side of the grass, but you can see them, they ain't got that. They just like, okay, I'm gonna go for it. And everything start working. I root for them people because they the underdogs. We the black sheeps.
Right, man.
We the black sheeps of it. So I respect a black sheep.
Yeah, man.
Ain't that right?
Yeah. Yeah, man. I'm finna have him ghostwrite for her so we could get it popping, man. Cause you know what I'm saying? When she start coming with them gangster lyrics and you hear the baby Tina Bopper,
She ready.
going down. Soon as she ready to talk, big
Say,
dog.
look, she ain't gonna be shy though. This baby here not gonna be shy. You can tell cause it's in her. So with her, you gotta keep her active around all type of stuff going on. She gonna pick and choose what she wanna do. I can see it in her.
That's what happens, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, we be tapped in, and you can see my baby on a lot of my videos, cause you know that's how you gotta get down, man. I watch my kids all the time, but you know, as a father, man, you a father too. You got daughters?
I got daughters. As a matter of fact, all our birthdays is, you know, if y'all want to keep up, I got a daughter. My youngest baby birthday is tomorrow. My oldest baby is the day after that, and my birthday is the day after that. So yeah, I got daughters. I always try to be in their life, regardless of whatever obstacles there. That's one thing I wanted my daughters to know, that you have a father. Period. Maybe not the best, cause I'm not perfect, but I'm here regardless.
Absolutely. Man, that's what all I be thinking, man. I want my daughters to know that, like, man, it don't matter what I done went through with your mama. Man, fuck that shit. You know what I'm saying? That shit is dead and under the water, under the bridge. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sweating that shit. I just want y'all. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes that don't work out like we wanted to. But you know what I'm saying? It is. I just never lose the faith, and it's times that people be like, man, just give up, just do this, do that. But like, man,
No,
I can't give up. I just, man, I'll keep taking L's. You know what I'm saying?
And as a man, you're not taking the L. You a father, so them kids come first, man. Regardless, man, how you look at it, they might get, like, I'm just blessed that my kids are adults now, right? And they tell me that they seen this. Like, you looking, you might not know that the kid didn't take a lot of stuff, but you might not know that they see this when they're younger, and they might not never say nothing to you till they get older. And that's what I was afraid of. My kids told me, we know what you was going through. We see it. We grown now. We can tell you about it. So I appreciate them even more because they knew that I was trying. That's the whole key thing.
Yeah.
You was trying. So don't worry about that, man. The obstacles gonna come with these kids and the parents, because y'all human. You're gonna make mistakes. You're gonna grow apart, whatever. But at the same time, the kids come number one.
Man. But then again, I want to be like Michael Jordan and say, fuck them kids. Mike on a different
man, Mike got all his kids.
Kids,
they good.
But everybody else's kids, he be like, hell no. Nah.
Look, I'm gonna tell you this too. Let me tell you something. Another good friend of mine is Juanita Jordan's ex-wife. She gave me opportunity to do some business with her, man. Shout out to her, cause man, she came, and it was just like that's a weird situation, but man, I'm like, wow, that's a friend of mine. You know what I mean? Like, and then you know, you go places, they're like, Jordan, I know, for real, yeah, did a lot of business with her. Shout out to her.
Shout out to her, man. You know, people always give Michael Jordan a lot of flack for whatever, you know, and then going to the white woman. I don't really care about that shit, but I'll just be like, man, she held it down through the NBA years. I mean, you look at the basketball wives now, man, they getting cheated on, big dog. You know, whatever. It is what it is.
You're human.
But she, you know, held it down, and we didn't hear shit from her. But now that the internet is out there, man, these girls is wilding on the basketball players, they baby daddies and husbands and stuff like that. And it's just like, man. And then not only that, I don't want to bring up what's going on, but you know, other players' wives is out here wilding. You know what I'm saying? It's just like we never heard that from her. So shout out to her, because you know, she kind of like, man, she wasn't with the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? That the world would give. Because you know motherfuckers was coming in, hey, you know what I'm saying? What Michael Jordan do, whatever, you know what I'm saying? They was tapping in trying to get that shit. Like,
but they human. See, what we forget, these are regular. Everybody is a regular person. They might have this your statue. They're human, like me and you.
So man, what did Michael Jordan do for the city, man? Like, what did Michael Jordan do for the city? Cause I know you seen from.
I seen from the start through the pump fake, through the comeback. I said pump fake. That's when but it
went to baseball. And
yeah,
shit.
but that's when this old man died. Shout out to James Jordan though. But for the city of Chicago, he gave us a lot of hope, especially because a lot of people don't know. The United Center, aka, used to be the Chicago Stadium. So that's on the west side of Chicago. That's what we have as our own. The west side is not big. Everybody on the west side, where I'm from, we know each other or know each other people. So that stadium, when Mike was putting it down there before they gave him the United Center, the projects right behind there, the Henry Hornets was right behind there.
I used to hear about like the kids sneaking in. Derrick Rose, I think, said he used to sneak in the games because they was in the projects right behind the damn.
But now Derrick Rose from the south side.
Well, it was. He said he snuck in, but
he probably did. But now Derrick Rose, shout out to him
from the south side.
From the south side. He went to Simeon, so shout out to them too. I got a lot of family went to Simeon. Simeon right there on 83rd and Vincennes. A lot of legends came up out of there. Rest in peace to Ben Wilson.
What's his name? Is from Chicago too. The dude, Tiana Taylor's husband.
You talking about Iman?
Iman Shumpert. He from Chicago too.
He's from the west side. He's from Oak Park, which would be like how you was showing me, like how the city. He's from Oak Park, but he from the west side. So he went ours. Shout out to him, man.
Yeah, it's a lot.
His family,
motherfuckers coming out of
his family. They into like the insurance. His old man got an insurance agency for years. Like, shout out to him, man, because he represent us in every aspect. Like, for real, for this generation. But that's my man.
You know how it's crazy? It's like we see our parents, like they have a commercial. Like my dad was on the car commercial,
right?
And I didn't really. I was like, man, that's cool. But I didn't really know how many people knew him.
The impact of this shit.
The impact of it, because him being a black man car commercial, he forefront that motherfucker too. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I didn't really understand the impact that motherfuckers know him all around, because they played this commercial all night long, these infomercials. So when you see somebody like Iman Shumpert, his dad, if it's people don't know, they be like, damn, his dad been putting it down for a long time. But then he's like a home name, like he's in a Chicago home name,
right?
You know what I'm saying, and get love from everybody, and that shit. So when we see our parents like that, we don't even know how cool our parents is. Like, your kids, when did your kids find out that you was cool?
You know what?
They was like, my daddy's that man.
My oldest daughter, man, my oldest daughter T, back in the day used to wait up for me when I used to go on the road with the guys and do business and shit. And like I'm like, I'll be home tonight, and she'll be waiting up. You know what I'm saying? Even when we in separate households, she'll wait up for me. It made me feel so good because my kid was worried about what we was doing outside. But but to bro, like, okay, just like you showed me today, like, well, the OKC stop at it and across the street, this is a whole nother city. So bro, them from mine from like Oak Park. That's literally like the same way. It's like this Chicago, the west side, this Oak Park. Over here, the other people control it. But if you get over there, that means you done did something right. But you still this at the end of the day, right?
Yeah.
So it's that close. So yeah, we gonna get them. Shout out to Maywood, Bellwood, all them guys too, man. Like I say, it's the same thing, but Oak Park, man, it's a special place because as a kid, I was dreaming I wanted to live over there. I wanted to, I actually went to school out there for a year or two, but I wanted to live over there. I wanted my family to be over there. I know y'all ain't this old, but it used to be a TV show come on called The Hogan Family. And it was based out of Oak Park. And everything they did was like, it wasn't no real troubles. But if you go across the street off of Austin to the Chicago, my side, the west side, the whole demographic changes. It turns into good.
Did they used to show that on the show? They used to show that on the show, or they used
they just had a good, they because where they at is like, where they was at and the way they made it, in my head, I'm like, that's how it is for real over there. That's why I resonate with them. Like, I want to live like them. Like, I want to be a lame. I want to be in the burbs playing basketball, hockey, all that. But I'm from this end, it just ain't happening.
Did y'all get any boost from like how did y'all feel about Family Matters? The show Family Matters being a Chicago-based show.
It's supposed to be.
Dad was a black police officer, a black police officer in Chicago on the beat. You know what I mean? I thought, see, from Oklahoma, us watching this,
Right.
We thinking Chicago is, you know, a great place for black families. Like, oh shit.
If you want to make it, it is. But like for that was like really. I can resonate with that. I can because I love the show, but it wasn't Chicago. Like it was like.
I'll tell you one episode that wasn't Chicago, but it resonated. So it was a show where Eddie Winslow got pulled over by the white cop, and he was like, "My dad's a cop," and the cops harassed him or whatever, and then Eddie Winslow pulled up on him. I mean, the Pop Winslow pulled up on the white cops. That shit, I don't know if y'all got racism like that in Chicago.
Man, look, let me tell you something. A lot of people know Chicago is the most segregated city in the world. Everybody got their own neighborhood. We got every nationality in Chicago. Everybody has their own everyday being. We just know how to move around with each other. But it's the most segregated city in the world. But with that being said, with them, I couldn't resonate at Chicago, but I could resonate with it because I wanted that type of family lifestyle. I wanted the peaceful. We got regular problems that can be worked out.
Yeah.
I didn't come from that type of environment though. I came from another type of environment, and a lot of us in Chicago did too. So we love the show for Urkel and all of them superb, but that wasn't Chicago to us.
Yeah. So I guess it painted a different light for us on the outside looking in. And I was just like, you know, but then the police thing, see, man, Moore, Oklahoma, it's not far from here. Like, really Moore is like 3 miles that way.
Okay.
But it was a sundown town. And that means, no niggas
Don't go that way.
with the sundown, you know what I'm saying? That was just 1980 something, you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
They got their first black cop in like 1989, and the black cops after that nigga was flawed. I don't, you know what I'm saying?
They was on bullshit.
They was on that bullshit. But other than that, this was a sundown town, so we, growing up, we know not to fuck with Moore, you know what I'm saying? But then when I got to high school and my mom then moved us off the east side, we moved to Moore. And man, shit, I ain't never been slammed by cops so much, you know what I'm saying, for no fucking reason. Like, you got weed? Slam your ass, nigga. Like, what?
Get your ass from out up.
I mean, over some bullshit. So like, we seen that, like, but then even growing up on the east side, we didn't really like the police, but you know, when the police came and fuck with you, they was fucking with you. They'll beat your ass. They wouldn't even, like, us kids, they wasn't kicking our ass. They was kicking our big homie's ass. Right. And we have to sit there and watch. You know what I'm saying? We're like, damn, my homie getting jumped and beat up by the police, and we just got to sit there and be like, God damn. And then we got to walk home with the homie scarred up and shit, because the police wouldn't arrest this nigga. You know what I'm saying? It was... That's a story that I don't know if I want to share it. My homie, you know what I'm saying, I don't know if he want to share it. He want to share it, but you know, we just seen the shit from white cops, and it was just like that shit.
You gotta think like where you at. You know, my family on my mom's side is from the South, so I know the difference between up north racial shit and South racial shit. South racial shit is a different story, guys. Different ball game. Like when bro and them say, "Nah, we can't go over there." You literally can't go over there because your life on the line. It ain't enough for us to go take all them down because they gonna mount up on us. No, you okay? We ain't fucking with over there. That's the difference. When the motherfucker down south tell you that, hey, no, that ain't for you to be over there after 9. Why? You know, we like now, motherfucker, like from this era. No. Alright.
Yeah, take your ass down there, man. I don't even go through it. When I go pick up my kids, I go the back way into their neighborhood. I go through the Oklahoma City way. Shit, I'm not driving through more. Fuck that, man.
Wow, I'm glad you told me that because I was looking at something like, more, that don't seem like this far. You like, No.
Nah, I wouldn't fuck with that motherfucking shit. Nah, I don't fuck with that time. That's
What?
what I caught all my cases out of.
Look, what about I see a place always on when I'm looking at stuff, admin.
Edmond, okay, shit, man. Edmond, alright. Edmond is cool to a certain extent, but it's always some bullshit Karen stories out there, man. Like, man, I don't know if you've seen I had a video that I put up not long ago where I went to a dispensary and this bitch just wilded out on me, and she was black, and she was like, "'Cause you're a nigger," and I was like, "What the fuck?" That was in Edmond. She's black, you know what I'm saying? So it's crazy. It's like, but you don't. It's not like, man, it's a lot of Karens out there, but they black Karens, white Karens. Like, it's like we're black people move out to Edmond thinking they doing something better for their kids, and
okay.
It's not really helping your kids because well, now it is because there's a lot of black people out there. But before, when it was black people moving out there, you changing the culture, you changing. So, and now you got a bunch of. It's cool. I'm not hating on people who moved out to Edmond, but we moved out there thinking it was for a better life for our kids. When Oklahoma is not the place where it's like, oh, you getting a better life. It's not, nigga. You still like it's still a racist ass city. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
I'm not saying the whole city is racist, but that motherfucker is still new. It's still a new city. It's like it's a suburb of Oklahoma City. It's still Oklahoma County is like the third largest county in America. So there's like Jacksonville County, Duval County, which is number one, and then it's something else, and then it's Oklahoma County. So Oklahoma County has
probably Los Angeles County. That
no,
shit
that's you could put like 3 Los Angeles counties in Oklahoma County, cause we got like Choctaw, Choctaw is far, and Edmond.
What's the
all
place
the way
I'm
to
hearing
the
about?
edge.
El Reno, is that out there?
El Reno is the edge of that stops Oklahoma County, but El Reno they got the Fed penitentiary out there.
That's
They
where I
got
know
it from. Yeah, a lot of niggas come through Oklahoma. Like we had man who came through here lately, man. You know when people come through here, that shit is like news, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, so and so is being housed in El Reno. There's some motherfuckers out there right now, you know what I'm saying? And it's a transfer facility too. So a person might be here, you don't even know. And like Martha Stewart was here. You know what I'm saying? Man, I mean, just everybody just come through here. You know what I'm saying? But then again, if you from Oklahoma, you ain't seeing this shit. You going to Beaumont, Texas, or Leavenworth.
Right.
That's as close as you get to Oklahoma. And you don't know if you want to be in Leavenworth.
We not on none of that type time. No USPs, no none of that. We ain't on that time. We ain't on minimums, none of that. We trying to do everything legit. Take this land over like we supposed to and be entrepreneurs. We know what the other life bring. It ain't. It's 20. You know what I'm saying? 2022, y'all. The streets are dead. You hear me? Dead.
Hey,
I got gray hair. Dead.
Man, if you was a 16 to 25-year-old in this day and time, would you be posting guns and shit?
Hell no. I'm scared of that now. I'm scared of all that right now because look, boy, I know how them people work. I've been to the university. You know, got a couple degrees from the university of that other shit. Hey, no, that ain't the move. And I come old school. I come from no. You
come from no talking on the phone. These
None of
niggas be
that.
on live. Pull up. I be like, what the fuck?
You know where they got that from? When I stayed in Atlanta, I didn't understand that meaning until I lived in Georgia. I stayed in Georgia. That means this, and in Florida too. So I say pull up. I tell you one man, if I'm at home, you come on there on disrespectful shit, and I feel like you're threatening my life, I legally have the right to kill you. That's what pull up means. But a lot of people just hear it, and you go with the lingo. I understand what it means.
You stand your ground.
You stand your ground. Like I had a situation where I definitely can relate, understood.
That makes sense, but then the niggas in the street think it's just like
Pull
they
up.
forget the laws.
They don't know that. They don't know that.
Oh, so check this out, man. Oklahoma is a, everybody can carry. Nigga, Texas.
You can get all the guns in the world out here.
I was watching this shit in New York City, and this girl got attacked by a guy in New York City, just randomly. And the guy was being aggressive to her, and then he punched her. And, people was in the comments like, this is New York. You gotta move this way. You gotta move. Man, if you was in Oklahoma and you punch me, I'm gonna shoot your motherfucking ass. And fast. In the face. And I go home that night. You know what I'm saying? So I think when people say shit like that, they be like, oh, New York is like this, man. If New York had gun laws like Oklahoma did, nobody in New York would be doing the shit that they doing.
New York got the strictest gun laws in the country.
Yeah.
Facts.
And that's why they have so many people snatching purses, because ain't nobody shoot you. If
Facts.
I could shoot you, you wouldn't be snatching purses.
But then you got to think that's down there the number one metropolis in the country.
Yeah.
There's 10 million people running around there. We just right behind them. So it's a different, I understand the thinking, the logic to it, because I come from a place that's big as fuck like that. And there's different shit going on everywhere with every nationality. Not just some places I go to, you be like, okay, we know these people tripping. We know, the other people gonna do their little one too. Everybody in these cities have their own little shit going on, and you gotta know it. It ain't
like guns just willy nilly.
Man,
I mean, Texas is big as fuck, man.
Texas always been innovative on it. Like Texas, Arkansas, here you can go get all the South Carolina, all them places.
Yeah.
Look, you can
Florida.
go get the Florida. You can go get the
Yeah.
You can get these.
Walk around with it too.
Yeah, like you.
If you got a pistol, like you can have an assault pistol, like an assault rifle pistol. You can't walk around with ARs, but I think that's certain reasons.
Some places you can.
But like pistols all day, but they have to be modified pistols. But you know what I'm saying? They have to be legal pistols to be open carry. You know what I'm saying? So you can't walk around with an AR, but you can have a big ass. Motherfucker still got bullets like this. Look, but they call it a pistol.
When I was in Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia, motherfuckers had pickup trucks with the racks in the window, big ass shit, like the country and shit. Like,
yeah, we got them here.
Yeah, I'm talking about sliding like, and you like, being a kid from Chicago, I'm like, boy, if we can do that, motherfuckers would be like,
yeah, they wouldn't even fuck with you. I just leave
fuck all that, right?
See, I thought about that shit too, because I was like, but here's the thing, man. As a black person, man, you just don't want their problems. You know what I'm saying? Because the first thing they do when they pull you over, they gonna want to pull you out your car and put you in handcuffs and be like, I didn't commit no crime. But the thing is, you black. You know what I'm saying? Even if you have your gun rights, it's some bullshit to it, man, because they'll pull up on a white person the same way and won't treat them the same way. You know what I mean? And it's just.
I'm gonna ask you. I keep looking at this here. So what's the strain? What's this strain is? We gonna loosen them up a little bit.
Oh man, so this is the Slurricane, man.
Let me see what this smell like.
Yeah, man. We went and picked this up from. Shout out to the House of Dank, man. But we went to the House of Dank last night, man. I was like,
great,
we got some of that Slurricane, man. I smoked, and so when I came home, man, I was on some shit, man, last night. Cause after we talked this shit, man, I came home and I was like, man, I'm going back to school. So I started looking up colleges. I looked up my credits and shit to see what I had and what I needed, and I was like, man, this shit gonna go work. What? So I was sitting here getting loaded. I was like, man, I got through half the blunt. I was like, damn, I done figured out my whole college career, nigga. And like, wow, man, that shit is good, man.
What's Cuzzo name from last night? Your Cuzzo.
Oh, AP.
Shout out to him. This young man got a brain on him, bro.
Yeah.
If you out here, you need some barber. You need to get right before you go into the event. Hit that man up.
Yeah,
I rocks
got
with
the
him.
mobile barber, Anthony Parker, man.
I fucks with him like heavy.
Yeah, man. So that's what I was saying. Like when I seen my folks, man, I was like, hey, yeah, I might have to tap them in, cause you know, like, you know, I want all my people. I'm tapping all my people in. You know, friends, y'all cool. Family, y'all getting tapped in. You know what I'm saying? But thing is, he working. You know what I'm saying? He got his own business. And then when I didn't even have to really guide these two to talk and to have a conversation and talk of business. They do it on their own. See, man, some people just, we don't have to navigate every aspect of life, man.
It's
Shit
gonna
gonna
come to
happen,
you.
man.
Like
Shit gonna
Cuzzo,
happen.
him and Cuzzo, with them alone, and me, I know what we can do just by ourselves because our brain's too powerful. And that's what I be trying to get to my guys. I know y'all looking in the hood like, man, we can't. Man, you got to expand your horizon. I know you here, but hear what I'm telling you. I come from the west side of Chicago. Roaches on the road. Rats over here when they get cold. All type of goofy shit going on. No money.
Shit.
I'm cool now, even though I'm old. I've lived some life. I've been across the world a few times. And I think the higher power every day because I know what it is. So it's like, man, my young people, y'all got we ain't had no take this thing. Well, we had a house phone and a beeper.
Man.
You hear me? And some payphone shit. Like this, I come from that. I don't come from we got the Twitter, the Facebook, the Instagram, the YouTube. Even the MySpace days. Because I remember that shit. We ain't had none of that, bro. It was like, you was everything.
Hey, hand me that knife right there.
All right, gotcha.
I'm gonna tell y'all, man, about that, cause like, man, we didn't come from that. But what I'm gonna tell you is, like, we learned those hustles. Like, we learned how to hustle on the internet based on our hustle. You know what I'm saying? I've always tried to figure out. I'm like, man, I'm finna figure out this internet shit. Like, I'm still trying to figure out the internet money. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people that can catch on to that shit faster for whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just not finna sell my soul for that shit. But I will try to do some shit. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I be telling my kids, like, man, I just wish y'all had the drive that we had because we had to. It was like,
I want a choice.
yeah. I mean, you got a choice to do some shit,
Right.
but we wasn't on crash dummy shit. And thankfully, I had big homies that wasn't no crash dummies. So, and I'm pretty sure you had some because they put you. I mean, your life was, you know,
My homie Stokes.
it's a story.
My brother Stokes, my big brother. That's me and my real life big brothers. That was my brother because my brothers never went on and they was in the streets, but they went on to live their lives. I ain't had nothing but my big bro Stokes, Liffy Stokes. But man, I was talking about my friends. My friends, like I truly could say my friends have my whole life. Like, shouts out to Stokes. That man put me in a whole bunch of shit. Shouts out to Turtle Banks. Put me in a whole bunch of other shit. You know what I mean? Shout out to AK from Do or Die. I mean, when I came home from the university, man, I needed somebody to put me down like I was employed by them so I would not get my supervision rejected.
Mm-hmm.
Bro put me on there and put his whole shit on the line for me. I'm always grateful for that shit. Same with Stokes. You know, like it's like, man, that's like out of all the gratitude I can give, that's what it mean the most. I had family members one fucking with me like that. But these my brothers, my guys. You know what I'm saying? We come off of the structure from some whole the street aspect where we was bred on principle, morals, understanding, literature, and we standing on what we standing on. You already know, you know what I'm talking about. These brothers did that for me, and I'm always indebted. They tell me, man, cool out, bro. You ain't no, because you people have to know that I really appreciate that because they gave me a whole nother shot at life.
Yeah.
That's just being real.
Man, I told that to my friend. I went. I went to the university too.
Yeah, went to the university. You feel me?
And so shit, man. I told my partner, I said when I came home, I was like, man, I was working these bullshit ass temp service jobs and shit, man. And then I met him through my homeboy I went to school with. And so I just started calling the job, man. Trying to get on. And it wasn't until he answered the phone and he was like, man, we need help today. Come in. And shit, I got the job that day. And we've been friends since 2008. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to the homie Cal, because, I was in Mexico. And I'm going to give him his flowers because this man deserves it, man. I was in Mexico and my granny's car wouldn't start. So, well, actually, yeah, it was my girl's car. My granny was driving it, though. But he came over here and gave her a jump, man, at like 8:30 at night on a Sunday. You know what I'm saying? So, these are the friends that I have now. I mean, I got some real good friends from the past, but you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers like that put me on, like that nigga put me, he didn't even understand the magnitude of him putting me on at that moment. And then our friendship is to the point where, you know what I'm saying, I could call my guy, like, you know what I'm saying, hey, can you help me out, man? I need this favor, because, you know what I'm saying, and that's the people you want to have around. And that, I think that's why I wanted to surround myself with when I got out, you know what I'm saying, because I still got the homies from the hood, but you know what I'm saying, we all think and grow.
Yeah, think and grow.
My homies that I grew up with, shout out to Mumu, shout out to Ivo, shout out to J Style. So I got a lot more Depop, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to them niggas, man. But like, we all grew in our own routes, and we not fucked up about it, but we know where we from and we know who we is, so we always recognize each other when we see, but we ain't never lose sight of where we grew up, but we just know all the shit that we've been through, all of us together is not the best thing cracking, you know what I'm saying?
As time go on.
As time go on, but we still tight. I mean, not saying that we fell out or anything, it's just like we did so much shit. It's like, man, we live good, but we can live our life. We got families, we got, we meet other people, friends and shit, it is what it is. So you live and you learn through life, man. Shit, man. I'm finna roll up and we finna chop it up more. We done been on this bitch for an hour, big dog. I hope y'all got this the confessional, man. We just come on here and confess everything, you know what I'm saying? We got into the history of, you know what I'm saying, the legend, the living legend. We gotta give you your flowers. I ain't like Drink Champs. I don't got flowers for you.
No,
you know
you good.
I give you some 1800.
Hey, look, let me tell you something. You did that when I told you what we was on, and I told I'm a man of my word, and I wanted to let you know I'm humble. This is one thing that kept me relevant through everything. I'm a humble person because I know my beginnings, so I treat people how I want to be treated, regardless. You know what I'm saying? Like, but with you, I had to show you, like, bro, I ain't on none of you. Look, be you. Because I need you, because it's something I'm trying to accomplish. Just like you need me, you trying to accomplish something. I had a problem with that. We got goals we trying to do. We got shit we trying to do. We trying to leave generational wealth for our families.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, when it get through, that's what we on, and that's what we trying to tell y'all. Fuck all that street shit. And this one thing I definitely want to tell you, by me coming from the West Side of Chicago. Folk want to hustler to the world below, and they're just being honest with everybody. But I can go chop it up with the gangsters, I go chop it up with the PDs, whoever. And I've been like that all my life. Not because of my family surroundings, because I move with respect, because I need all the people on my team. Reason why? It's something over here that I don't know about. I need them. So you got to start just being open to respecting people the way you want to be respected. Now they take it for granted, that's different, and you deal with it, but 95% of the times they gonna fuck with you off that.
They gonna fuck with you on strength.
Yeah, cause we all got the same goal. We're trying to do something for our families. So I had no problem. I had no problems nowhere. Like I can go, like just like I got family everywhere, but I got people everywhere too. Like I can go jam with my kin folks that's in Compton. You know what I'm saying? That's on the east side of Compton. Bang in the sea. Or I can go fuck with my other cousin them that's banging the Pyru that's in Compton, or I can go in LA and go get up with all type of people, man, like just everywhere. And in my city ain't none of that. It's just what we is, Lords, Gangsters, Stones.
Then you come to Oklahoma City, fuck with the Crips and
fuck
shit.
with the Crips.
Well, shout out to the Bloods too.
Shout out to the Bloods too. Shout out to the Crips. You know what I'm saying? Like I go to Vegas, fuck with the Crips. That like one of my best homies, Terrell, man. He was neighborhood Crip from Vegas, but me and him got a lot of put it in the pipe buddies back in the 90s together.
Shout out to the homie Tonka boy in Arkansas. He a blood homie, but he got the funniest blood content on YouTube
Shout
right
out
now,
to
my
him.
nigga. YouTube and TikTok, man. He be doing the skits, man. My nigga be tripping. He had this one, he like a blood talking on the C, because he a trucker. So he doing a blood talk on the CB, and then he do the Crip voice. The Crip come in, and he like, oh man, the shit is funny, man. Shout out to Tonka boy, man. Go follow him on YouTube.
Go follow that boy.
YouTube and TikTok, man. So tell them where we can find you at, man. Give them your Instagrams and your YouTube, man.
Check me out.
Pandora, cause we're gonna get those checks in.
Hey, look, if you want to do anything for me, support me on the ground right now. Like, cause I'm gonna tell you what everything else is. I got some other stuff in store. Because I do a lot of stuff for the Gangster Chronicles and all these other podcasts.
Oh yeah.
I'm an executive. Been doing that for a few years, low key. A lot of people don't know that, but man, find me on the ground, number 4 like this, and Big Rick. That's like simple. You can find me. But I got 290 West Enterprises. That's me on the gram. I mean on the gram as well, and on the tool. But we got something else that's finna. By the time you see this, I've been through it out probably in the next couple of days. But we got something else going. Black Sheep Talk. That's all I'm gonna say. Black Sheep Talk, and it's about what we talking about right now. We trying to. They put all the odds against us, but we made it.
Yeah. And most definitely, y'all definitely gonna see. Y'all might not see me on Gangsters Chronicles because I don't want to share my gangsters. I will share them, but hey, but like I said, man, we turning up, man. I'm gonna keep working, man. Y'all gonna see a lot of more vlogs.
Follow Speedknot Mobstaz on the gram, on the YouTube, bro. The guys Mob Town Entertainment. It's that time.
Hey, but man, hey, I'm gonna tell you what, man. We had an epiphany moment earlier, man, where we just out there and the young white kid, man, you know what I'm saying, in the hood, listening to his music. He like, man, and I'm just thinking, man, if somebody was just walking through, listening to my classic album, you know what I'm saying, I'd just be like, nigga, that's me. So I felt it for him. I was like, man, that's tight. And I had to introduce. I was like, dude, do you know who you listening to?
What was that? What was that? So I can let them know why I was at.
Where's that Prince Hall, man? Prince Hall, man. You know about Prince Hall, man. Everybody know about the Prince Hall store. Prince Hall.
OKC, the Jets, nigga. You know how I get out. I'm going to the hood where the people need me at.
Yeah.
We ain't tucked in my bad in the burbs or no shit. We in the hood. That's why I told bro, take me, let me see, cause I need to talk to my people. Like, look, I'm one of y'all, but we can do this on another level.
Yeah, so I'm tapped in. I told y'all nigga tapped in.
You tapped in.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Where about them on the east side,
Niggas
everywhere
is
around
safe.
this motherfucker.
Niggas is safe around here, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, you know what I'm saying? This ain't Houston, big dog. Y'all niggas been slipping out there lately.
Hey, shout out to Houston though, cause my brother out there, he in Mo City. You know what I'm saying? But I be North Houston, South Houston, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Jake Prince. Them my people. Shout out to Big Mike, Scarface. All like them my family for years. So it's like, man, I go everywhere, but I got relationship and repertoire with everybody, man. Because I'm human just like you're human. Again, show love, show respect.
Love,
You gonna get a long way. You ain't gotta be tough, Tony. Fuck all that. That tough shit, goony shit, scare the money away. Everybody want to make a dollar. Everybody want a situation where we can put something together to make some dollars. So fuck all that bullshit and your bravado. That don't pay no bills. You can't take to the bank.
Shit, you can't take it with you either, nigga.
You can't take it to the bank, Jack.
He was a good thug looking ass.
All right. Broke as hell. They got a GoFundMe for his funeral. Cause we can't bury this nigga.
GoFundMe kill me, my nigga. Hey.
Or we doing dinners and shit for this. No.
Yeah, nah, don't do none of that shit. Hey, man. If you throwing $15,000 in the club, you better have your funeral arrangements planned, my nigga. It's just simple shit, man, because you want to have your family taken care of. Get some, man, cold game is get some life insurance. Go check out my video about life insurance that I got. Oh, it's like something about Travis Scott in the Astro world. Yeah. Like, there's people that died that didn't even have insurance, my nigga. They young kids, you know what I'm saying, young teens, they parents said that. All my kids got life insurance, big dog, you know what I'm saying?
If you in these streets and you trying to eat, I'm never knocking nobody hustle. Put some insurance on there. Make sure your family's straight. If you out here wilding, put some insurance on yourself. So that way they covered. They don't want your burdens that you leave behind. And plus, they gotta bury you. You not here. You done did all this wild ass shit, but ain't no money.
Ain't no money.
Ain't no money. You got motherfuckers stressing out about to go take out other people to get you in the ground. Go get you some motherfucking insurance. On the real, if that's what you want, just do that. That's the biggest thing you can do. Cause you need your people and your children and whoever you leave out here, little brother, little sister, you need them to be comfortable and live their life and make a fucking difference for you if that's what you want. But
yeah,
that's it.
That's it, man. There you have it, man. Everybody, man, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll holler at you later. Peace.